Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana hobby guy. No, I'm not going out in the sun. I have my shades on today because I am doing business cards on the fiber laser. So let me get rid of these glasses. I'll put on my regular glasses, but it's going to be a short video today. I know a lot of people are asking for fiber laser videos, so I'm going to do one today on the Monport 20 watt with the Raycus source. And first I'm going to show you the actual process itself on the laser, and then we'll come back into Lightburn and I'll show you some of my settings and how I got them. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm here at the fiber laser, and this will be a little bit noisy today. I have a down below over there that you can see that hose going off. I have a I think it's a 1024 CFM smoke extraction going out. Actually, I can show it to you. It goes out the roof up there and into an air scrubber before it actually goes outside. And I have the blast gate open on the left, which comes over here down below. Below this table, there's a cutout. There is the fiber laser down below, and it sucks the air from below. I do have a gasket in between here and the laser, and it sucks all of the fumes out through the bottom there. So I thought maybe you'd enjoy seeing me do some business cards today, so I'll just put that on and start. And this is on the Monport 20 watt fiber laser. It does a really fine job on just about everything I've found. You know, a lot of people say more power, more power, more power, but I get along fine with this. And you know, I do have a 100 watt JPT, and this is a Raycus source, and I think it does everything that I need just fine. And I very rarely need to use that JPT. So here is the results of one side, and I can just quickly move because I've got this jigged up over here, these two hold downs. I can just quickly move between them. This is a wireless mouse. My computer is on the other side of the office. I just set the the mouse pointer over the start button, and I can just repeat these jobs one after the other. You do have to have a little bit of a fingernail to get these up because the suction is pretty strong on here. But you can see how quickly I can get these done. Well, at least this side I can get done quickly. The other side is an image, has a 700 LPI image on it, and it takes a little bit longer to burn because of the image. So there is one side of the business card, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'll start the video again and I'll show you how I do the other side of the business card. And if you notice, I've got this one set to a bright white color. So this side is in bright white, and there we go. That's like a bright white color. And the other side I've got set in gold. So we'll get to that one in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got 75 done. By the magic of YouTube, it was really fast. So now I'm going to do side 2. And like I said a minute ago, this is going to be a lot slower than the other side. So, and it's kind of hard for me to see because I've got my glasses on. But you get an idea. Now you see how much slower that's going? That's because I've got this set to the gold settings. And if you're interested, we can go back and take a look at the gold settings in just a minute. In Lightburn, I can show you what I've got. And this is going to be the longest part right here, which is the image. But still, it only takes about 2 minutes in all to do the business card. I'm happy with that. So maybe if I get the 30 watt, it can do it in maybe a minute and 40 seconds instead of 2 minutes. If I had the 50 watt, maybe it can do it in 20 seconds, something like that. But like I said, I'm real happy with the 20 watt, and I almost never go to the 100 watt unless I'm actually engraving, where I'm taking away material. And we are taking away material here, but I'm not like doing a brass coin or something like that. I do the AA brass coins, so as you can see right here, and they come in a nice little case. And of course, the camera won't focus on this, but this is not done yet, obviously. But I have a stack of these over here that I do the special coins in brass, and they come out really nice. Those I do on the 100 watt, but everything else I do on the 20 watt here. So almost finished. I didn't actually time this. I'll time this when I look at the recording when I'm done and see how long it actually took. And we just got 2 more little things, the star and the fleur-de-lis, and it's finished. There we go. Let's take a look at it. Take my glasses off for a minute. So let's get it focused in. Come on, camera, focus in. And there is the final result. Kind of hard to see because I have the overhead lights and all, but came out absolutely beautiful. That's one side. This is the other side. You've already seen that. So yeah, I'm very happy with the 20 watt with the Raycus source, and I don't do a lot of things, so hey, that's good for me. All right, so let's take a look at some of the settings that I've been using, since people always ask, what are your settings? Well, typically on the fiber laser, it's not going to change too much, and especially with the anodized aluminum business cards. So I'll show you. I have down here on the right, I have a 20 watt fiber library. I'm having a hard time with tongue twisters today. But I've redone a lot of the stuff in this library to match my 20 watt, but I started with the 30 watt library, and I got that from Patrick at Light Source Engraving. So I will put a link to Patrick's channel where you can go and check out some of his videos. I know he's got downloads, but I'll also put below this video, right down below here, I'll put a direct link to that 30 watt fiber library that I've got over on my forum. And if you haven't been on the forum, there are lots of resources there for all types of lasers, so you might want to check that out. lahobbyguy.com. Click on the forum. But anyway, here is the library I've been using, and I'll show you some of the settings that I've been using as well. So the photograph right here, if we come to the cuts and layers, you'll see that the image, this one right here, I'll open that up. I've got that set at 60 frequency, 180 speed, a max power of 60%, and 700 DPI. So the image mode that I'm using in here is threshold, and I have that in pass-through. So I have edited the image in Lightburn, but you still need to enable that pass-through mode. And if we take a close-up look at that image, you'll see how I've edited it. And that is optimum for pass-through for black and white images, which is all we can do. So that is how I've edited that photograph. Now, if we come over here to the blue layer, which is all of this text. It's the gold text. If I double click that, 120 speed, 30% power, 80 frequency, and an LPI of 600 lines per inch. So that is the blue layer. And then I've got the green layer over here, which is just the outline of the state of Louisiana. And I've got that at 1,000 speed. I mean, it's instantaneous. You don't even realize it was done. 50% power, 20 frequency, just to remove the anodized part of the business card. Then I've got the gold layer here, which is the fleur-de-lis and the star with my location. Got that set at 120 millimeters per second, 30% power, 80 frequency, and 600 LPI. So those are all my settings for that. Now, if I were to bring in the other side, I have different settings for this is the back side of it over here. But basically, those settings are just like this green setting right here, just to remove the anodization. And that is 1,000 millimeters a second, 50% power, 20 frequency. So that is the other side. I run off all of one side first, and then I run off the other side. So there you have it. And this frame that I've got here is a tool path, and I use that to line up my business card. It really should be in the middle, but you know, I've already got my little jig set up for something else, and that's why I moved it up here. So basically all I do is I frame it on the laser. I'll go, well, it won't start right now because laser's not on, but I'll frame it, and then I'll just move it to the spot where it fits my jig and run these off. And that's just how easy it is. Again, the library is very important if you don't have settings, but those are some basic settings to get you started if you have a 20-watt fiber laser. So there we go. Quick video today, or at least I hope it was. You think it was. But this is the final result of the business card. That's the front side. And this is the back side. And I have 3 different styles of business cards that I give out to 3 different types of clientele. Some of them are the wood coins. Some of them are the aluminum, and others are the brass coins if you're, you know, a really big customer. But I want to take a moment and I wanted to give some thanks to John from the Big Wood Bait Company. Sent me this in the mail, and inside the neat little box here there are some fishing lures. And I am going to use these on my next fishing trip. I'm going to give them a try, see how they came out, see how they work. Beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful lures. I will put a link down below in the description with John's Facebook and Instagram if you want to go check him out. If you do some fishing, go check out the Big Wood Bait Company in Canada. I have a lot of Canada viewers. And I want to thank everybody that sends all these neat little gifts. I know I don't talk about them too much, but I get a new gift, I guess, every couple of days in the mail. And it's really exciting to open these things up and see what people are creating, you know, from my videos and other videos, and especially like the hand-painted lures. And I have another viewer that sent me more lures. I have to start incorporating some of these things into my videos. But I want to thank you, John, for those lures. I'm going to check them out next week when I go fishing. And I want to give a big thank you out to all of my patrons, all of my supporters, all of my viewers, everybody watching the channel, liking the channel, subscribing, commenting. All of that helps the channel grow. It helps me to make more videos, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's incredible how we're almost at 50,000 subscribers, and I've only been doing this for a year and a half or so. So a big thank you to all of you out there. Thank you so much for watching the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video today on the fiber laser as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.